Let us move to lovely Morgantown, West Virginia. Penn State at West Virginia. Penn State is an 8.5-point favorite. The total here is 51.5. West Virginia, one of those sneaky teams that won 9 games last year. They have probably a tougher schedule this year, but they've got Garrett Greene, who is a very feast or famine, boomer bust kind of quarterback. And Penn State has a new offensive coordinator in Andy Staples. Drew Allar's back. We don't know what their receiving core is going to look like with Julian Fleming coming in from Ohio State. What do you think happens here?
I mean, one does not just roll into Morgantown and cover, a nearly 2 touchdown or at least a 10-point spread. I think this line's actually probably going to end up moving up. I know Garrett Greene is a hope and heave quarterback. He can do some. He's kind of a wild man back there. But I think Neal Brown loves him. I love Donaldson. They have some quality weapons. So I don't know if West Virginia can actually win this game. I don't know if they have quite the firepower. But I think they can at least put a scare in Penn State. And that's frankly, I'm shorting. I have a stock report piece coming out at On3 later today, Andy, where I roll through 25 teams, and it's kind of who am I bullish on, who am I bearish on, and who am I unsure about. I've been pretty bearish on Penn State this entire offseason. I think Andy Staples is going to be – now, I could be wrong. We don't know anything. We're putting that out here. But my theory and my guess is that Andy Staples is going to be this year's Garrett Riley, where on paper he probably is the best offensive hire in the entire country, and yet I don't think it materially changes all that much for the team that he goes to because the head coach still seems to be in control of what how they're dictating offensively. That's at least until I see otherwise, that's what I'm rolling with.
So the question for me is, can West Virginia run the ball on these guys? Because Penn State's defense is going to be very good. Tom Allen comes in to run the This is another case of a guy who the head coaching thing didn't work out at Indiana, but he was a great defensive coordinator everywhere he's been.
He got paid a lot more money than Jeff Collins, too.
That's true. And they've got so many dudes. Like Abdul Carter is amazing, and they're going to bring him off the edge. That's going to be his position. Like they're not going to attempt to play him at linebacker. They're just going to let him do what he does. So that makes it a little bit more difficult. But let me roll these stats by you from last year, Jesse. Jaheim White as a freshman at West Virginia, 109 carries for 842 yards. In case you're wondering, that's a 7.7 yard average. CJ Donaldson, the big back. Remember, he got recruited as a tight end, became a running back. He was a sophomore last year. He averaged 4.7 yards a carry, but he's the thunder, and then Jaheim White's your lightning. But also, Garrett Greene is a bit of lightning as well. He averaged 6.4 yards a carry, and that's after sacks got backed out. So Garrett Greene is a threat with his legs. You're with you.
Speaking my language here, Andy. This is one of the most fun teams to play with in NCAA.
Yeah, I am with you on them putting a scare. Now, here's where our logic will fail if it fails. Because you mentioned Garrett Greene is a hope and heave quarterback. There could be some hoping and heaving that lead to interceptions, short fields, easy touchdowns for Penn State, and Penn State just covers. But I am going to say that Garrett Greene keeps them in this game. I don't know if they win it, but I am going to say West Virginia covers this spread. You can give me more than a touchdown for West Virginia at home. I'm going to take that.
Country roads, baby. Country roads. We're in lockstep. I mean, I think.
I know we're going to have to disagree eventually. We didn't plan this, by the way, because this is actually bad pod. Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.